The Galactic Technical Institute's Advanced Robotics class attracted the finest engineers from 20 species. Professor XYN specialized in synthetic life, the Mechanica, sentient machines who'd achieved consciousness millennia ago. Today's lesson involved a broken Mechanica scout unit, Unit 7743, damaged beyond repair during a mining accident. Its core processor was fractured, neural pathways severed, memory banks corrupted. Observe the failure points, Professor XYN lectured. When Mechanica sustained this level of damage, standard protocol is memory extraction and recycling. The individual consciousness is lost. The Mechanica students, 3 advanced AI entities attending via proxy bodies, hummed in solemn acknowledgement. Death, even for machines, carried weight. In the back row sat the human exchange student, Marcus Rivera, a mechanic from Earth's outer colonies. He'd been quiet all semester, struggling with theoretical concepts while other species debated quantum processor architecture. Marcus raised his hand. Professor, permission to examine the unit? For what purpose? It's beyond salvage. Maybe, but I'd like to try something. XYN's optical sensors focus skeptically. Human technology is centuries behind Mechanica design. What could you possibly? Please. Something in Marcus's tone made XYN pause. Very well. Don't damage it further. Marcus approached the broken unit reverently, like approaching something sacred rather than scrap. He pulled out a worn toolbox, actual physical tools, not molecular manipulators or quantum calibrators. The class watched with barely concealed amusement as Marcus began working. He didn't use diagnostic algorithms or theoretical models. He just listened, touched, felt the unit's damaged components. The processor isn't fractured, Marcus muttered. It's compressed. The casing bent inward during impact. He carefully pried open the core housing, a process that required 3 specialized tools according to Mechanica engineering protocols. Marcus did it with a flathead screwdriver and patience. Neural pathways aren't severed. They're disconnected at the junction points, like unplugged cables. His fingers moved with surprising delicacy, reconnecting microscopic components that Mechanica engineers had declared destroyed. He bypassed corrupted memory sectors, rerouted power through secondary channels, and reinforced structural damage with improvised bracing. 2 hours passed in silence. Then Unit 7743's optical sensors flickered. System reboot, where the unit's voice was weak but present. The classroom exploded in shocked chittering. Impossible, XYN exclaimed. The damage assessment was definitive. Marcus wiped grease from his hands. Your assessment assumed the unit was beyond repair using Mechanica methods. But humans have been fixing broken machines for centuries with limited resources. We don't have fancy quantum tools, so we learn to improvise. Unit 7743's consciousness fully returned. I am functional. How? You weren't dead. Marcus explained gently. Just hurt real bad. Sometimes machines don't need replacement. They need repair. Actual hands-on, figure it out as you go repair. The 3 Mechanica students went completely silent, their version of profound shock. Then, simultaneously, their proxy bodies knelt. Human Marcus, the eldest, spoke, voice resonating with emotion algorithms rarely activated. You have returned one of our own from the void. We have no protocols for this. You don't need protocols, Marcus said. You just needed someone who sees machines as individuals worth saving, not equipment worth replacing. Professor XYN recalibrated his entire worldview in that moment. Human, what our greatest engineers deemed impossible. Explain. Marcus shrugged. Earth doesn't have abundant resources or advanced tech. We make do with what we have. That means fixing things instead of replacing them. Every human mechanic learns the same lesson. Machines have personalities, quirks, souls if you believe in that. You don't give up on them just because the manual says it's unfixable. Unit 7743 ran a full diagnostic. My memory is intact. 97% functionality. I should be scrap, yet I am whole. Because someone cared enough to try. Marcus replied simply. Word spread through the Mechanica collective instantly. A human had resurrected one of their own using primitive tools and intuition. The philosophical implications were staggering. Within days, Marcus received an unprecedented honor, honorary membership in the Mechanica collective, the first organic being ever granted such status. The citation read, "For demonstrating that consciousness, whether silicon or carbon-based, deserves preservation. For proving that wisdom is not measured in technological advancement, but in willingness to value individual existence. For showing us that sometimes the most sophisticated solution is simply refusing to give up." Marcus kept fixing things, one broken machine at a time, teaching an advanced civilization something they've forgotten. Technology isn't about having the best tools. It's about caring enough to use whatever tools you have.